Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from. What it do with the cap shot like a little big boss out, bounce down, K-pop through the door, hit the top this box, fucking about soliloquy. Remember tough times don't last, cause people do the opposite, cut them in the highlight, maybe you matter, peak game, ready for us on one swing. Alright. So we got news that Gervonta Tank Davis been arrested. Okay. Thrown in jail, body bag. I won't say body bag, but he's thrown in jail for domestic violence. Allegedly, right? If he did this, it's not a good look. I don't condone no man putting his hands on no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You know, I don't like that stuff. I don't rock with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got daughters. If a nigga put his hands on my daughter, green light, it's no talking. I'm coming to see you. You know, I don't care about nothing. Ain't nobody can stop me, nothing. You know what I mean? You know, but gotta throw this disclaimer out there, right? Tank is a millionaire, right? He's a man of status, okay? And one thing I know, right? Even men who don't have money, you date certain women and they put their hands on you or they try to provoke you or you don't get them what they want, they go this route. We just saw this like a couple of months ago with Xavier Worthy, right? Dating a girl, he catch the girl cheating, right? He tell her to get out. She call the police and say he hit her. He go to jail, then come to find out he didn't hit her. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm not condoning domestic violence. I'm just saying we gotta get all the facts first before we pass judgment and say, oh yeah, he did X, Y, Z, and F. You feel me? Now, this is gonna fuel Tank for this Lamont Roach rematch, right? I know what y'all gonna say. So you gonna use domestic violence as a way? Let me explain. Let me articulate myself. Tank is a guy that thrives off negativity, right? Which it works, because I'm that type of guy too. I thrive on my failures. I thrive on the negative points, right? That's what fuels me. That's why I like confrontation, right? I love that because it's those moments that fuel you, right? You know what I mean? I'm type of dude, you don't give me nothing, it's kind of hard for me to, be inspired, right? Because I don't have nothing to motivate me. But when you talking and you saying this and you saying that and you saying this and saying that, oh yeah. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's how I operate, So Tank gonna use this as fuel, okay? Everything. He gonna use everything. All this stuff that's going on, all the stuff people are saying, he's gonna use this as fuel and he's gonna use it as an opportunity for him to basically knock out Lamont Roach, okay? And that's what I see happening now. It's just like he going to jail, right? It's a lot of talking, he just got a lot going on. He gonna be like, yeah, I'm ready. Now granted, people gonna make fun. Oh, he had to go to jail for him to be ready. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. Yeah, he had to go to jail. I'm telling you, this what it's gonna take. This what it takes right here. Him going to jail for him to be like, you know what? Let me kill this nigga in this ring. And I'm not talking about figuratively, like he trying to kill him. I'm talking about like he wants to put BTA on Lamont Roach. He coming in a different mode. I'm telling you, right? Y'all heard the man. You know what I'm saying? When he was doing his interviews prior to the Lamont Roach fight, he said, "Man, look, I want to get therapy, but I don't want to use it yet. I don't want to get therapy yet because I use those times as, you know, a way to fuel me in the fights, right? So I'm telling you, that nigga about to turn up. You know what I mean? Nah, it's unfortunate. Like I told you, I ain't finna sit here and be like, oh yeah, man, you know, I applaud him doing domestic violence. But it's like, y'all remember the last time he went to jail, he got out. You see what I'm saying? He's using these moments. You know, now granted, I thought Tank grown. You know, I thought he grew out of these situations. But he got to understand that, like, when you a man of status like this and you got money, the moment you don't give a woman what she want, it's possible that, I'm not saying all women, I'm not ignorant, but it's possible this gonna be her approach. You know what I mean? A lot of these celebrities, they mess with the same type of woman when they get to that level, right? They don't get no woman that's a woman that got values and, you know, that's respectable, you know, and but also is gonna demand respect from her man too, right? They get these other type of girls that, you know, the media, you know, the celeb, you know, all that. You know, nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, mainly be them light-skinned girls. I ain't gonna cap. Them light-skinned girls, like, let me tell you, they not solid. I'm talking about from the girls with no money up there, they not solid. I don't know why dudes talk to light-skinned girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've never been a fan of them in my life. I never understood, you know, like, me, I like my women dark. That's why my wife dark. I got a beautiful dark-skinned queen. She got long hair, pretty teeth, you know what I mean, nice shape. She was, you know, like, that's what I like. You know, that's what drew my interest. When I was single and I see a dark-skinned girl, especially got natural hair, pretty teeth, oh yeah, hey girl, come here. You know what I mean? And I never had an issue with them. I've dated light-skinned girls back in the day. You know what I mean? Well, I dated one. It was one girl that was light-skinned I dated. They not solid, bro. They not. You get in situations like this when you dating these light-skinned girls. When you end up with light-skinned girls, you get in these situations. You know what I mean? Look at all Tank baby mamas, all them light-skinned. Because they want to go for the look. Oh, man, I got me a bad yellow bone. You know, she on my arm. So we in public, you say, nah, nigga. Get you a dark-skinned queen. She ain't going to treat you like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Right? Don't get you no white girl either. You going to go to jail. I told y'all, stay away from them white girls, too. Don't date outside your race. Don't date no light-skinned girl. You a man of status, get you a beautiful dark-skinned queen. I'm telling you, bro. I've been with my wife 15 years, bro. I ain't had no problems. Now, granted, my wife demanded respect for me as a man, and I honor that. You know what I'm saying? I had to live up to her standards too. It ain't a one-way street. It's not a one-way street where she got to live up to my standards. No, I got to live up to her standards too. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got to be careful out here, man. You playing with your freedom when you mess with these other races of women. You know what I'm saying? And these light-skinned girls. They ain't wrapped too tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 1,000. Now, back on boxing. I'm telling you, this gonna fuel Tank. This gonna fuel him. I could be wrong. He might get in there and get whooped by Lamar Roach on August 16th. But this situation right here is gonna fuel Tank to stop Lamar Roach. Lamar Roach been talking, been saying this, saying that, saying this, saying that. Everybody saying all this stuff about Tank. I saw a video where a dude was like, oh, this is what the Tank fans like. This is what they like when he go to jail. This, that, and the third, you know. This is what Tank like. Tank like going to jail and blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, he hear that. And they're gonna use that as fuel. Body bag, toe tag Lamont Roach. That's what I feel. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna stand on my 10 like a man. That's what I always do. I don't run from nothing. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss go.